Hello YouTubers, so welcome to another video. Now I cannot promise you this channel is going to be solely about electronics, test equipment, but it's just an activity I do in whatever spare time I have and whatever I find interesting that can be bought within a small budget. So it's going to be very random, from ranging from anything to anything. So this time we have another cheap purchase from a local list, which is a RadioShack analog multimeter. What I can tell you is RadioShack came here, in Malaysia, in the 90s. They were not doing that well. Maybe perhaps the first year they were doing okay, and then they left. I think a few years later, and then they came back in after 2010. I think I remember going to one of the outlets in Mid Valley. Quite a substantial inventory. They have a lot of these back then Arduino and those tiny robot that look like a insect kind of thing, more towards a high degree of education based toys. So yeah, so I didn't, when they came here in the 90s, I didn't purchase anything from them. They sell a lot of consumables like parts and those things. I'm not interested in those kind of thing. I like to something that is permanent in nature, such as test tool. So when they left for the second time after I think 2015 or 2014, I do not know about their financial status. I read about them on and off online. It seems they are in a financial crisis, so I never bothered about that. But anyway, I saw this going for $2.50. That's equivalent to 10 ringgit. So I had to buy it because it has a RadioShack name there. I know it's not a high-end analog meter, but it's something that remind me of RadioShack. They are not that big here because they came in quite late. They are quite big in America, and yeah, I believe I have researched about their older multimeters. They look quite amazing to me. I hope to one day own some of that older good quality RadioShack multimeter, and perhaps I'm not sure whether Micronta is a subsidiary of RadioShack, or they work together in rebadging some of the multimeters from other companies to make it their own. So I think I've ranted or spoke about 3 minutes. So let's go to the meter. So this is the model is let's look at the back first. So I'm not sure whether the model is this number or this number. So my guess is as good as yours. It's made in China. This is model came out, I think, leading towards the era when RadioShack is cheapening their product in some way or another. So it has a lot of multitasking here. So it has a tilting stand, and later on we're gonna take it apart and look inside. And for now, bear with me with the multitasking of focusing and moving the meter around. So I was talking about the model and the what was I want to talk about? Okay, never mind. So the meter didn't came with anything. It just came with the lead. The lead itself is as heavy as the meter itself. So I'm not sure whether this is the original leads for this. So yeah, and it's quite small. It's quite comfortable. I haven't get much time to use my previous analog meter, so I'm not sure whether I'm not sure how to explain it in detail. So as a size comparison, this is the Sanwa that was previously clean and with a minor repair. So you can see the difference is quite big. So, but this is tiny and cute. This is big, boxy, and very adult. So yeah. Excuse me. So I'm going to proceed to measuring something. We're going to use the test lead first to measure, go through each of the represented, each of the setting representing each color. So yeah. So let me focus again, and I forgot to put one more item on the table. Let me take it first. A volume port representing resistor, and let's go to the it has a, let's untangle the test lead and go through the it has a buzzer or beep or continuity test, audible continuity test. Okay, over here. So we're gonna go to there first. Not sure whether I put battery in this or not. Oh yeah. So that is the sound. It's quite scratchy. So because maybe the piezo is quite cheap or low in quality. And let's go to resistance. So I have here. I believe this is a 250K. Let's see whether this can measure the volume port. It's quite tough to do a chopstick style here, especially with this thing. So I'm gonna use the already 7 minutes. Nothing has been tested. Okay, I'm gonna use this clip-on alligator clip, so to easily yeah. So let's turn the volume, the potentiometer, so it's not able to. So if I guess it's time 10K, if we were to go to maybe I'm not getting on the right, perhaps this okay, we have some movement there. Yeah, okay. So it's working fine, able to measure. Can't see whether this is 500 kilo ohms or 250 kilo ohms. I believe this is 250 kilo ohms. So that is, it has an adjustment on the side here. I forgot to explain this. Zero adjustment. We're gonna go through that right after this, if I can remember. So this is the resistance setting, and it works. And we're gonna go into the side volume knob, not volume knob, adjustment potentiometer over there. So let's go into I haven't hooked up that thing. Okay, alright. So you can slide this. I'm not sure what do you call this volume potentiometer. I'm sure after this video I'm going to remember what is the actual name of it. Normally in video I forget a lot of things because I tend to think too many things. Yeah. So yeah, we're done with the resistance. Now let's go into DC volt, and I'm gonna measure this 9-volt battery. Again using the so let's make sure we have the polarity right. So this is negative, this is positive. So we are on 25. So we look at the 25 ranges. So this is more or less around close to 10 volt. Okay, good enough. It's still relatively a new battery taken from another multimeter. So yeah, what more? It has a let's go into AC volt. I'm sure I remembered something just now that I want to talk about, and then suddenly it's gone. Yeah, when you age, you tend to have a short-term memory loss, so it sometimes can be a difficulty in trying to do a video. So yeah, I'm gonna take this outlet source, reposition it, and then set it to 250 AC volt. I think I'm okay. So we are nearing max. Yeah, something to point. So that is looking at the 250 ranges. So it's nearing 250. Is around maybe 240 according to this meter. Yeah. Yeah, I just remember what I want to talk about. The I find the needle here for this model, the needle for this multimeter has more weight compared to my Sanwa. So this easily moves and influenced by the you have to put it like this in order for it to have the needle on the start of the what is this, the zero. Yeah, so this has more weight, and I think because of it has a tilting stand, it has to be designed to have a weighted needle for it to remain at zero in this 45 degree. Is it 45 degree? It's more than 45 degree, maybe 50 or 57 degree, to remain at zero constantly, or when you put it on its back like that. So yeah, and we're gonna proceed to 12 minutes already, so I'm sure people not gonna watch this, so I'm gonna better do this hurriedly. There's one screw here. It's a one screw job. It's a metal screw, which is always a good thing. Shows a bit of attention to detail, and in terms of longevity, because multimeter is something that you if you total the amount of time you open and close it, close the lid to change the battery, it could amount to uh, uh, a lot of time. So that would put some stress on the inserted hole, especially if it's not brass insert. So it's going to put wear on the plastic itself, and it's going to make the lid not able to close shut. So it uses a AA battery, which is very good actually for me, because of power saving. And let's have a close look. I'm not a guy that can do review and give a lot of academic opinion about test measuring device, but I'm gonna give my 2 cents here. So this is the sliding or rotary zero adjustment. So everything is quite, the assembly nature of it is quite modular. Is it modular? I'm not sure. So it uses basically screws to connect the the common ground, the positive and the battery terminal. So I'm sure if I were to take this out carefully, it's possible. But I don't want to do that because this needle wire is quite short, and it has a spare fuse with some nice finishing touches, such as this grab-on. Not sure what you call this. So easily you can take this out, and quite a surprising attention to detail. Quite an overkill, but it's a nice touch to it. You don't have to use a screwdriver to pry the fuse from the socket itself. Everything is let me try to stable my hand while I'm talking. Everything is SMD and quite neatly arranged on the circuit board. Is very nice. This is the date, I think 2010 manufacturing date. So this is 2010 or post, whatever. This is the model 220037. So this is version 1. So I'm not sure how many variant version of this that came out after 2010. So good 10 years, very good. So I believe I got an old test equipment. That's the most important criteria in my current gear hunting. So that's it for today. Thank you very much for watching, and I believe let's have a close look at the analog meter panel. Very colorful, very nice. The mirror is very shiny. I can see myself there. Yeah, very nice. It's very simple. It's very cute and very adorable and attractive. Whatever nice word I can throw at it. Yeah. Yeah, that's it for today. Thank you very much, and sorry for the long video for such a small test measuring instrument. But yeah, have a nice day and bye bye.